T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now we're going to be taking a look at G.I. Joe Classified Series, G.I. Joe Agent Snow Job. Snow Job is number 67 in the ongoing list. And if you didn't know this, I have a playlist for my G.I. Joe Classified Series Chill Reviews, and I put them in numeric order. And it's weird because these are being released completely out of order. These pretty much came out around the same time, but this is number 87 and Snow Job is number 67. He should have come out a long time ago, but on my playlist, I put them in numeric order for the ones that I've actually reviewed. Now, any holes in the review playlist, hopefully I will fill them by borrowing them from other friends. But anyway, let's get them out of the box. I didn't mention this earlier, but Snow Job is a deluxe figure. Deluxe, when it comes to Hasbro 6-inch action figures, can mean anything. Usually it's when the character comes with way more accessories than they normally would, which this guy does. They wanted to make this guy the perfect release. He comes with, or he used so much equipment in the show, or just his job would require him to have so many different types of equipment that they didn't want to skip out on anything and have fans be disappointed. So higher price point, they give you everything. Even that right now he's carrying all of his gear at once. But right here we have the optional hood down and the optional hood off of his head, because he's wearing like the snow gear on top of his actual head plus that hood. This guy comes with so much gear. In fact, I'm gonna do things different than I normally do. I normally show the accessories first. I'm gonna show off his details up close, and then get to the accessories. But here he is. This is a floating piece right there. This is a floating piece to help out with the articulation. Of course, this is a floating piece like they always do. And yeah, you see the paint variants in the suit, the grays and the browns and the silver. Yeah, very nicely detailed. I like them. Here's the bottom of his feet, or his boots. Focus on it. And here's what the boots look like. Because of his design having those thick boots, they were able to incorporate the hinge in the front, and you almost don't even notice it. I mean, you can see it, but it looks like part of the design to me. I really like this guy's articulation, and I have a nitpick, a wish list thing, and maybe one gripe. Here's the nitpick. Because this is a removable piece, it's not really attached to the body, so when you make him look up, it's gonna detach like that. It's floating. I mean, you can actually grab his head and move his head up inside of there if you are anal about that sort of thing. And it does rotate, but there you are with that. So you can still articulate him a great deal even with this hood on, which is awesome. He has a new style of articulation for G.I. Joe Classified Series. I think this is the first one I've done that you do this with. But he has a floating butterfly right there where it's a post with a ball inside. So the shoulders are capable of moving up and down, and they move forward and back only a little bit, to be honest. If you want, like, you can lift it up to go like that, but if you want 90 degrees, it's best to keep it down and then do this. It actually goes out more than 90. And of course it rotates. And you have the pinless double, both wrist swivel, of course, and the hinge in the hand goes down like that and not so much up. The diaphragm and waist joint, beautiful. It's like so smooth. This is import level of smoothness with this. You get the drop down hips, of course, and you can kick out to the side, you can kick forward, and this floating piece goes up to get out of the way to accommodate for that. And of course you get that swivel. You get the knee bend, which is only that much because his legs are big. You get the boot swivel. The feet go back and the feet come forward. They thought that was way important. Thank you. And of course you get ankle pivot. I don't know whether to call this a complaint, but the only thing stopping this guy from being like super duper import level is the way they do retail joints on the knees and the elbows. They have like a ratchety click sensation or natural stopping points. They don't smoothly move. Import toys, just like this moves like Buddha. Import toys, the joints would be smooth like that. It's so hard to bend the knees. It makes it less fun to articulate. But I guess that I'll make that a nitpick instead of a complaint. And wish list item, the thing that's also stopping us from import level is no extra hands. I wish at some point they just give us a pack of black gloved hands that have dynamic gesture like that, fist, and maybe like knife holding hands, because they typically are always gun holding hands. And maybe you could throw in a pointing finger or something like that, peace finger. But it would be cool to have options, because he has all these accessories and you can do a bunch of cool stuff. But maybe you only want him to have one gun in his hand, and now he just has this hand just sitting there doing nothing. It would be nice to have options. Now, basically, I have a huge rundown of things to show accessory-wise. I took those goggles off, and here's what the face is looking like inside of that hood. Yeah, I like it. There we go. And now I'm going to take the hood off by popping his whole head off. Now you have this option, and here's what this is looking like. Here's his snow gear wrapped around the head, so you can see that. Now, you could do it like this, but they're intended to have the collar or the hood pulled down. There's a little ridge so that you can like push that down into the socket. But here's what he looks like with his hood pulled down or fake pulled down. And of course you can put the goggles back on. And here's what you'd be working with as far as that. You can have it up like that. And maybe it's warm. So now he took the headgear off and his hair is out. It's nicely painted. The face sculpt is, let's see, I didn't put it side by side. The expression is mostly the same. I don't know if you could tell, but they do have like paint on the cheeks to make it look a little rosier. But nice. This hair is very puffy and way bigger than the other head. So they show many pictures of him with the goggles on his head like that. You can kind of get it on there, but it is stretching that out and I don't like it. Stored on his backpack, he does have these snowshoes, which do have like this paint in there that's kind of like a military, like a brownish green or greenish brown. Here's what it looks like at the bottom. There's no pegs on the bottom. There doesn't appear to be a specific left and right, but you just pop those onto the feet and now he can be walking around with them. Stored on the inside of the backpack, we have two ski poles right here. They have the fake straps on the end and the poker part, but they just peg in right there on two C-clips. And then you can remove these straps right here to actually get to the skis. And these pegs are significant, way better than the pegs that will be in a gun holster for a 6-inch action figure that doesn't shut back once you open it. But we have the skis with that same brownish green color. That's what it looks like on the bottom. These also don't appear to be left or right specific. Here he is with the two ski poles in his hands. since the wrists rotate downward, you can have him hold it back. And the ankles, they made sure that he could rotate them forward so that you can get into a squatty pose like that. So that's cool. And like I said, the head lifts up inside of this hood. It will probably be better if I didn't have on the goggles, but there you are with that. Here's his pistol that he had in that holster. It does have a blast port right there, but mostly realistic looking gun. Here's one of the reasons why I would like extra hands, so he can have like the two holding hands, and he does not crunch inward as far as the arms that well, to be honest. I can barely get his hands like or his arms like in front of him to even do this. But yeah, a cup overhand would have been great. Last thing to talk about is his sniper rifle that can store in the bag. So you have this same greenish brown. This cartridge or magazine can come out. And yeah, blast port right there in the front in the barrel. Now, I complained about the arms and hands and whatnot, but because the neck articulation is so good, I am capable of getting his head quite well in front of this sniper scope right there. So that's good. And one more thing I'll mention, these snowshoes do not stay pegged into the feet as well as I would like. It's best to get him into the pose you want and then maybe throw on the snowshoes, because moving him around, you might just keep popping it off and it's going to be frustrating. But he is one of my favorite people to put into this pose right here, which is really cool. And if you have a problem with that eye being open, you can put on the other head and make him keep on the goggles. Here he is next to Lowlight and Big Ben. And here is an Arctic bat. The bats are tall. He's almost as tall as this bat. Alright, end of the day, I super appreciate whoever worked on this figure. They did a good job, especially whoever came up with the ability to be able to carry everything on him. Thank you for that. Thank you for all the accessories he comes with. Whoever decided that this should be a deluxe figure. Other things to note while I was messing around with it. This magazine does not stay in as secure as I would like. And I wouldn't suggest putting this head inside of the hood, because this hair is just so puffy, it'll just pretty much get stuck in there and aggravate you. And put reddish paint all on the inside of this. So yeah, don't do that. But anyway, good figure. I could suggest it. It's a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. And yeah, I think I'm going to end with that. Thank you for watching this. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here.
Click the videos, click the videos, baby, click the videos. You should really click these videos, click the videos, click those videos, baby, click the videos. You really should click those videos, click that shit.